25 years, Caribbean Today has been a leading Caribbean news magazine in North America.
You know that if you were to read a particular story in Caribbean Today, that it's authentic.
It's a blessing to be born in the Caribbean. We are people of love, flavor, and we love each other. And the next generation of Caribbean in South Florida is going to reach the governor mentioned soon will come.
Caribbean Today offers a very unique and important service to the Caribbean communities at large. For areas within the United States such as South Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, New York, Toronto, and Los Angeles, there is a vast Caribbean population. And when you consider that the local news media in these areas do not provide adequate news from the Caribbean to supply these communities, it leaves a huge void to be filled.
My name is Howard Duperly, and I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager for WDNA 88.9 FM, which is South Florida's only source for jazz, primetime jazz. Caribbean Today is a very important medium, not just to the local residents here in Miami-Dade County, but also throughout the Caribbean and in some of the other states, in New York, in Atlanta, or where the paper can be read. It's very important because what it does is it keeps us apprised as Caribbeans, myself being from Jamaica, it keeps us apprised of some of the events that are going on within the Caribbean. News that we might not necessarily get here through the mainstream media.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacques Laroche. Welcome to La Citadelle at Old Country. This is a combination between mostly contemporary and traditional Caribbean home. And I can go to my computer, it's cheaper for me on Sunday morning and read news from different newspapers. But tell me how many newspaper you can see talking about every other nation from the Caribbean community.
I just imagine someone from Haiti, Puerto Rico, Grenada, reading a story about their homeland in Caribbean Today. That makes me feel proud.
Caribbean Today has a reputation, not just here but throughout the Caribbean, for delivering accurate stories, entertaining stories, educational stories, and stories in general that are pertinent to not just Caribbeans, but folks who might read the paper who might not necessarily be familiar with the Caribbean culture, the Caribbean heritage.
What people from the Caribbean will do without Caribbean Today? This is a question really I cannot answer because they will go back to the dark side of years ago when we cannot get access to info about news from the Caribbean, news from Jamaica, Barbados, Antigua, St. Lucia. And without Caribbean Today, we will really face difficulties by ignoring what's going on. Even, I hope also in the 2014 next year coming, having more also positive news from the Caribbean. We as people has to work together in order to make Caribbean today reach another quarter of a century in South Florida. And I wish Peter Webley and the staff of Caribbean today happy anniversary, and so many more years will come.